Hi, Rich Karuba for bowlingball.com. Let's talk about how to bowl less and score more. Okay? And the purpose of this article and this little video, we realize at the time I'm shooting this video that we're coming into the summer season, and many of you people don't bowl as often as you do during the winter season from, say, August or September right through May. In the summer months, you like to go out and do other things, family vacations and so on, so you don't get as many games in. But if you can use some of the tips when you do get a chance to go down and bowl, particularly those of you who aren't bowling leagues at all, you need to get out once or twice, as many times as you can, really find time and roll 3 or 4 games just to keep your hand, your arm loose, your timing, all that stuff working. Well, first of all, let's talk about a few different tips, and I'll give them real quickly to you, and if some of them help, that's great. That's what this is about. First, set up in an athletic posture. Check your knees, make sure they're flexed slightly, your spine angle tilted forward maybe 10, 15 degrees, and maintain this posture in an athletic position all the way through as you walk to the foul line. Focus, number 2, focus on a constant pace or tempo of your footsteps and try to avoid accelerating your steps excessively. We think the final 2 steps of your approach are very critical in making accurate delivery, so try not to hurry them in anticipation of delivering the bowling ball. Number 3, start your arm swing smoothly as though you're handing the ball off to a small child. You don't want to thrust your bowling ball into the swing. It tends not to make for a smooth transition in the backswing cycle of your swing. Get things started smoothly. Number 4, allow the downswing to flow freely to the top of your backswing in one uninterrupted motion. And the way to do that is reduce as much tension in your arm as you can. You still have to grip the bowling ball, and there is a certain amount of tension in your arm, but try to do things as smoothly as possible. It's always a good thing. And then, of course, from the top of the backswing, when your ball gets up there, allow the bowling ball to swing freely and smoothly. Allow gravity to take control of the ball, let it drop into the forward swing, and until the ball gets down into your delivery zone. And finally, number 6, well, not finally, but number 6, maintain a constant tempo on the backswing and forward swing of every delivery. You want constant tempo on footwork and a constant tempo with your arm swing, so you get a repetition over and over and over. It helps you regulate your ball speed and make consistent deliveries. Next, focus on releasing your bowling ball at the same time precisely and relatively to your sliding bowling shoe. In other words, if your thumb exits the ball as your fingers and your hand reaches the shoelaces of your sliding shoe, then try to do that each and every delivery so you make sure the ball gets over the foul line and gets the same gliding, descending angle into the lane surface over and over again. Try not to release one real early and hang on to one late and change the amount of loft that you get over the foul line, because you won't get consistent ball skid down the lane unless you regulate that moment of release as consistently as possible. Make a complete follow-through motion after you deliver the ball until at least the bottom part of your elbow gets up to shoulder height or higher. That's a good all-around tip for follow-through, how high you should follow through. It's surprising how many bowlers will cut their follow-through short, and it changes the release motion. It changes introducing the ball into the surface of the lane slightly, and also it promotes a non-regulated ball speed. So get a full follow-through motion so you can accelerate your forward swing and right through the follow-through. Be consistent with that, and you're going to make more accurate deliveries. You want to maintain the same spine angle tilt that we talked about in tip number 1, and keep your head as motionless as possible when taking your final 2 steps and delivering the ball. The more stable your upper body is while you're releasing the ball, the better deliveries and more consistent deliveries that you will make. Now, balance is always key during the delivery process, and it's a key to attaining accuracy and good results. So you want to keep your balance, and by not hurrying your final 2 steps and staying motionless with your upper body, overall your balance will improve. Keep your eyes focused on your sight target on the lane throughout your approach. So you have a focal point for your eyes to send the message to your brain where you want to deliver your hand and your arm swing to deliver the bowling ball toward. Now, we also think you should hold your form when delivering your ball until the ball passes your sighting target. So by doing so, you're going to make more consistent, accurate deliveries. You're going to hit your mark more, and by focusing on your target, you'll know if you missed it a little right or a little left, and that will help you zoom in on making more accurate deliveries, delivery after delivery. So that's important. And finally, we think you should bring your bowling ball equipment to the practice lanes when you're going to bowl some games. Bring them all. Make sure the surfaces are prepared the way you typically do to bowl on those lane conditions. That's the ball textures. Make sure they're prepared the way you need them, and make sure they're ready to use so you can practice with your different equipment. Make sure that your hand hasn't changed if you lost weight or the season, the temperature, humidity, and so on. Make sure everything's ready to go so when you start your next league season or your next competitive session of bowling, you're ready to go. You know, as one of my friends in bowling, great, he's a PBA Hall of Famer, Nelson Burton Jr. He used to be the TV commentator, if some of you may remember, on ABC TV. He often mentioned, hold your form under pressure. I think that's a great tip. No matter how nervous you are, no matter what competitive situation you're in, hold your form while you're delivering the bowling ball and as you let the ball go toward your target. With holding your form with good posture, good balance, and good pace and rhythm to your approach, you're going to make successful deliveries, aren't you? And another tip from one of my buddies that step 3 alluded to is start your arm swing smoothly as though you're handing the ball off to a small child. I actually got that tip from Mark Baker, who's a very successful bowling coach in the Southern California area. He has his own clinics and so on. He really knows what he's talking about, and those are some tips that I think you should zoom in on. Get some time to go out and practice this summer, and we want to wish you all the very best. Thank you.